Morning, Big Man.
Morning, Liv.
How are you this
Big
morning?
Good. Bit tired, but good.
Another good day for the team yesterday. 2 winners, Saigon Tea and Black Jag.
Yeah, both well-deserved winners, and yeah, it was a wet old day at the office, that was for sure. But a good exhibition of the Sydney tracks that do hold up under wet weather, and fortunately they're in the last race.
Saturday, two very impressive winners in Catkins and Janoob.
Yeah, Catkins, that was a good, tough performance first up. Yeah, she's a tough horse, as we saw at the end of last preparation in spring, running a close second in the Group 1. So hopefully she's on track to getting one next to her own name. And Janoob, well, he's just gone from strength to strength since last prep, and I think the connections are in for a bit of fun there.
You go a horse like him looking back at the spring, and he's improved quite significantly, if not remarkably, how much he's come on since then.
That's right there.
Any tricks?
No, just patience and not trying to make them get there. They get there themselves if they're good enough.
Big weekend in racing for the punters, and a big weekend in racing for Chris Waller Racing.
Yeah, we're well spread out this weekend. Friday night, Canterbury, Moonee Valley. Saturday, Caulfield and Randwick. So, yeah, big day and well represented in those places.
We'll jump straight in. Moonee Valley Friday night. Your first 9.55. The old put it up with a stopwatch. Snitsum, a new addition to the stable for Spice of Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, he's a nice horse and done a great job in Melbourne. Sent up here to help out his allergies, believe it or not. And where's he racing? He's racing back in Melbourne. We simply couldn't find the right race for him up here to start off in, so he's back there. He's won 3 at Moonee Valley. His last win was also at Moonee Valley, so he'll know the way around.
So he bodes a good record at Moonee Valley?
Good record, 3 wins.
Back to Sydney, Canterbury. Reasonably quiet night, but a nice little select team. We'll go to race 2, 3-year-old 1900 metre event, Falago. Blinkers on. Yeah,
he's been racing very well. Probably a prep away. He just gets a little bit lost from the 600 to the 300 and then winds up late. So takes on the horses that have won races. He's still a maiden himself, but pretty well weighted down at the bottom there. So if he can stay in contact with the blinkers on, he'll be hard to beat.
Race 3, bit of sense of timing about this bloke, clever boy.
Yeah, he doesn't mind a wet track. That's an advantage, but he'll need a bit of an advantage because he's drawn very wide. Last start run was good and should be getting close to his peak fitness, so he's got a chance if he gets a bit of luck.
And Batala Kate, the fillies and mares 12.50.
Also drawn wide, barrier 12 from memory. First start run was good last start. Didn't know what to make of her, but found no problems with her since, so she's on the 9-day backup, and again needs a little bit of luck from the gate.
And Foxbat, third emergency in an awkward draw.
Yeah, unlikely to run, probably go to the provincials next Thursday.
Righto, we'll go straight to Randwick on Saturday, Apollo Stakes Day. The first race, the 2-year-old, Double Happy.
Nice horse, trialled well a fortnight ago, drawn well. A lot to like about him, Liam. He should be very hard to beat over the 1200.
Named after you? Race 2, Lunier gets to the mile. Very good run first up.
It was. Just be careful of the track conditions. He's failed on slow and heavy tracks in the past, so hopefully we get a fine day Friday and Saturday to see it improve quickly. But first run was terrific.
Race 3, my mare of the month, Forever Crazy.
Yeah, going terrific. Going for 3 out of 3 in fact. Steps up to Saturday grade, but deserves to. She's been winning by small margins, but winning impressively, if that makes sense. And yeah, Hugh Bowman's made the weight, or making the attempt to make the weight of 55 kilos. I think that's a pretty good sign, and loves racing, so hope she can make it 3 out of 3.
The Southern Cross Stakes over 1200, Riva de Largo resumes.
Yeah, just going back to his last year when he resumed, was a bit soft. nothing's really changed. We haven't wound him up to win first up, but his class will take him a long way. But another one to be careful of the track conditions, so probably safely held this week and watch him second up.
The light fingers for the 3-year-old fillies. Impressive winner first up, Champagne Cat.
Takes on some very good fillies on Saturday, Liam, and there's no way of avoiding them at this time of the year. And we'll just see how she measures up and then plan a course accordingly after this Saturday's run. So, like as you say, she won well on her first up run, and that gives her a little bit of fitness edge against some of them that are running first up. And yeah, it'll be a very interesting race.
Race 6, specific choice, 1400 metres.
It's a little bit of a reason why we're doing this, and I think that's why I know why. It's because we want to ride him a touch quieter. I think last start he raced a bit keen and was just a bit too close, and therefore didn't quite let down. So I think all things being equal and everything working out well, he will be midfield, maybe a touch worse, 7th, 8th type thing, and over the 1400 he'll be very strong late. So I think that'll be enough just to get him into winning form. He's been a model of consistency and deserves a win.
The main race, or the feature race on the card, the Schweppes Apollo Stakes over the 1400. 3 runners, but one of those duly engaged between Melbourne, and that's Sizzling. We'll go with Boban to start off with.
He's going well. His first up run was probably a couple of placings shy of where we wanted to be, but you can't disrespect Sydney horses at that level, and the race was won by a very good horse in appearance. Place getters were filled by good horses. Our horse is going well. 1400 will suit him better. Perhaps check the track conditions. But in saying that, when he was running on the wet tracks, his form wasn't as good as it is now. So I think he can bounce back to at least running in the first 3, which is what I want to see. And providing he does, that will suggest he's on track for the Chipping Norton 2 weeks later.
Moriarty, we don't need to go into too much detail there.
First up run.
You're going to just ruin it for me, just leave him alone, please.
Well, he's set for the Ranvet.
Jesus, you just don't leave him alone.
First up run was terrific, and 1400 he'll probably be a bit short for him, obviously, but he looks like he's come back really well and on track for the Ranvet.
And Sizzling, he'll go to Melbourne?
Yeah, head to Melbourne, opportunity to win another Group 1. His first up run was really good, and he'll take fitness benefit from that. His work left-handed's been second to none. So it's a big, well, it's not a big step up, it is a step up. In saying that, he was basically running in a Group 1 race first up. So, gee, there's a lot to like about him, and he's drawn well, should run well.
You've just touched on his work left-handed, the benefits of training at Rosehill. They let you gallop him the Melbourne way of going. We call it the opposite way of going, or the wrong way of going, which most things in Melbourne are wrong. But
all the athletic races are left-handed. Yeah, that is right though. Here at Rosehill we've got the benefit of working left-handed when we want, and the inside grass that they trial on is quite a tight track, so I like to run them around there, because they really do have to come around the corner left-handed. It's a beautiful surface to gallop on, and they learn quite quickly, so I think that's a big asset for us.
And he's working pretty well that way, eh?
Working very well that way.
Last race at Randwick, she's clean in the Triscay. The top weight, Ashra Willer aboard with a good draw.
Yeah, so she's a good horse on her day. She can handle wet track conditions. She's won at this level before, beaten the Colts in fact. So looks well placed, obviously first up. Be a little bit of improvement still to come, but yeah, she's a brave horse and should have a good winning chance.
We'll go straight to Melbourne. Caulfield, Group 1 Blue Diamond Stakes Day, with the Futurity Group 1 as the undercard. Villanova.
Done form there, maybe?
Not yet, not yet. Villanova heads down for the Group 2 Autumn Classic for the 3-year-olds.
Yeah, hopefully the triple A and racing left-hander might just bring about a bit of change in his form, because he's not racing anywhere near his best. Distance is a bit of a query. We're that far from working him out. We still haven't worked his distance out, so He's fit enough for it, and if he runs a strong 1800 and runs up to his best, he could certainly win, but does need to improve.
The open plate, Dystopia, first up. Probably her most dominant win at the end of last preparation on Oaks Day at Flemington. Can you offer me something?
Well, she's very good fresh. She's drawn well. She's worked well leading into the meeting, and she's got clean boss aboard, so there's a lot of boxes ticked. Be a strong pressure race. She'll be well back. It'll be midfield at the closest and hitting the line late. So she wouldn't win Group 1 races in a row, but she certainly deserves to be there, and I think she's got a great chance.
The Group 2 Peter Young Stakes over the 1800, traditional lead up to the Australia Cup, and the big boy foreteller.
Yeah, he needs tempo on and needs a pressure race, and he'll run really well. He's come back good. His first up run was terrific. 1800 will suit, and he's on track for the Australian Cup in 2 weeks.
We touched on Sizzling in the futurity. Aronosa in the mannerism.
She just never got out. She was locked up in that first up run and was ready to explode and couldn't. So hopefully she gets a bit of luck. She's drawn wide, but I don't think that's too much of a disadvantage. Just ride her dead quiet. The times we've tried to ride her up on the pace, she's been caught wide and getting to the front too soon. So she just likes to be left alone. Let's do it. Be back. Wow, the last 200 metres is pretty good, man. It's the last race of the day. It gets everyone out.
Leave me alone. Righto. Good luck on Saturday, mate. Should be a big day.
Big day. Thanks.